Alright, hi everyone and welcome back to PSGL. My name is Kryptonite and today we've got an F4 race at Portimao. So as you can see in the title, it's round 9, but round 11 happened last week, I believe. And in case you're wondering, it's because the race got cancelled and it got rescheduled for today. And I think F4 is the only league that actually races today. Oh no, never mind. There's F6 as well. But yeah, there was no commentator available to do it, so here I am. It's been a very long time since I've streamed the race or commentated the race. I think it's been around 4 months, but I'm happy to step in again. So yeah, Portugal. I'm just gonna put telemetry, lab data, and track map on so I can see who's about to cross the line and all that stuff. So Portugal, I think those drivers, it's probably the first time they are racing on that track. I mean, I don't know if they're racing in any other league. I know some of those drivers are racing in WR, for example. Rudy, who's currently in P2s. Shazu Simon does race in WR as well, and Shazu Jax and the other guys. I don't really know if they have raced already at that track, but anyway, I think we'll go on board with Toxic Tomato first. Oh, we're already on board, but he pits. No point. Is there anyone actually on the lap? I'm not sure. I don't think there's anyone on the lap yet. They're all gonna pit, I believe. So, yeah, they're all gonna pit. And I think Salmon, Salmon's on an out lap, so he will probably go. I mean, he will go when he crosses the line. Yeah, the Alfa Romeo pits as well. So there's 11 minutes left. First lap right now is for TTG Trinity, 1:16.454. I'd say quite a good lap. I don't exactly remember the lap times you're supposed to do at Portimao. I've raced in F3, of course, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. I'm kind of getting confused with all those break weeks. I don't exactly know when it was, but yeah, anyway, Simon about to start his lap, so out of the penultimate corner. Need to get a good exit. We're still on board for the entirety of the lap. The race open, across the start finish straight, and then towards turn 1 downhill, brake, right before the 50, hit the apex, carry a lot of speed. Then to turn 3, you tend to understeer a lot into that corner. Then turn 4 is very difficult on the hill. Tend to lose the car, the back end of the car at least. Purple sector 1, 3 tenths up already, and then that airpin. It's absolutely horrendous, especially on exit. Then turn 6, easily flat. 7, a small left, and then that corner, turn 8, is the worst on the F1 game, probably. So easy to lose the car. You understeer on entry and oversteer on exit. Then this corner, another blind one. Need to carry the speed through. Need to get a good exit. And then this one, very difficult as well. Blind. And then the penultimate corner downhill. Very tricky to get good traction again, but I think he's on a pretty decent lap. And he stay over to the right, and he goes P4. Good lap. He's 2 tenths off at the minute. Hopefully he will improve again in the Mercedes. Who is on the lap right now? So I think Shane is on the lap. Yeah, he is. He's coming in P6, 4 tenths off. He stopped by only 100th of a second. So he needs to find more time in sector 3, but sector 3 is only like 2 corners and he bails out. Does he go again though? That's a question. He's got a Red Bull coming up behind him. That is Trinity, because Toxic Tomato had a quali ban and had to retire. And yeah, he goes again. Doesn't have an awful lot of ERS. We'll see if he's able to hold it for an entire lap. Because a bit deep into turn 1, I reckon. But we'll see. There's a car off the racing line. I mean, off the track. And doesn't look too bad right now. Is he up? Yeah. A tenth and a half. Into the open. Very tricky. First gear, as you can see. And then into the most difficult part of the lap, and he goes deep, and that's an invalidation. You will have to go again. TDG Trinity's on the lap, so we'll jump on board with him as RS or ERS goes in P4 in the Alfa Romeo. Is Trinity up on his time? Yes, he is, by 3/10 almost, and he bends it. At a corner that is completely flat. That's a bit of a shame. But I've spun myself there. And Rudy goes P1. A 16.293 in the AlphaTauri. Great lap from Rudy. I mean, I race him in WR, as I've said. I know he's quick. I mean, all those drivers are quick. I don't really know what was leading the championship and all that stuff, but I think Knuf's about to cross the line, and he goes P2, huh? And he goes P2, a 16.340. Good lap. Was that his first lap? It might have been. I'm not sure about that, but great lap anyway. If we've got anyone on a push lap, I think Martin is on the lap. And they did it, but he goes again. Jax should be on the lap, but I don't think he is. No, he's not. He's probably spun or something because he's not using any ERS. 6 minutes left. And yeah, he goes now. He only goes now. So I'm not sure. It's not on the lap. No, he's in the pits. I'm stupid. Rudy's obviously not. He might be the only one on the lap then, Martin. Or who was I spectating? Jax, I think, but Martin looks to be on the lap, so we'll stay with him. He's coming towards the end of Sector 2, down the hill, and that's his first lap. So I actually have no clue if that's a good lap or not, but we will see. I have no clue what time you're supposed to have at the end of Sector 2. So, yeah. Yellow flags in Sector 1, someone's bent it. That's a Mercedes. And Martin across the line, that's P11. Not the greatest lap, but that's only 6/10 off the provisional pole time from Rudy. So he will only... yeah, he's gonna have one more lap. Maybe... no, he's gonna have one more lap, not two. We'll see what he's able to do. Jax across the line, he was 3/10 up. Where can he go? And he's lost a bit of time in that last sector. Goes P12. Barely into the 16s. But we'll see. Portimao is a very, very technical track. It looks very simple on paper, but because of all those elevation changes and blind corners, it's a very, very, very complicated track. Very hard to learn. And if you haven't driven that track yet, it's gonna take a long time to get up to speed. Freaky fast has just started a lap, but I think... is Simon on lap? Yeah, but unvalidated. So we'll stay with Freaky fast then in the Alpine. Went a bit deep there, but he's managed to stay on the track. A 10th and a half up on his previous lap. goes a bit deep here, and he goes very slowly through the corner, because if you try to keep too much speed, you're just gonna spin, because the way the corner is. And he's lost a bit of time, and yeah, he's lost a 10th, pretty much. And he's missed the apex here, so that's more time lost. Not a great lap so far. Gets a relatively good exit out of the penultimate corner. And deployment used for this lap, so he's going to lose a bit of time. And he does improve, but he doesn't gain any positions from it. He stays in P13. His teammate across the line. He does improve by 0.3 of a second and goes in P5. 16, mid 16. Not too bad. Does he go? Is he going again? I think so. No, he's not. No, I don't think he. Oh, he might be actually. I'm not really sure. He's lost a bit of time. We'll stay on board, but he's definitely pushing again. He doesn't use a curve on the inside of that, of turn 8. I think that's turn 8. That might be turn 7, but I'm not sure anyway. It doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, he's down, but by less than a 10th, so there's maybe more time in that sector 3. We'll see if he's able to find it. Because a little bit wide, but he might have gained time from it. I'm not sure. We'll see. He might have messed up that corner on the previous lap. And no, he's not gonna pit. He's probably lost time. He's obviously got his delta on the screen, but I don't have it, so I can't really tell. And according to the game, he's improved by 0.3 if you looked on the lap data, but it's obviously not true. So a couple of minutes left. Then everybody is gonna prepare for the final runs. DV19 across the line. He doesn't improve. Oh, he wasn't on the lap. He's only starting now. He probably backed off. Knoof. Oh no, if he improves by 8 milliseconds, so obviously not enough. Rudy has just started his. No, that's Trinity. I'm not sure he improved. Rudy seems to be on the lap. Yeah, he is on the lap. End of sector 3, 1 corner to go, a flat one. Pretty much impossible to lose it there. Is he up on this time though? That's the question. Will he improve? And he wasn't pushing actually. 3 seconds left, and that's the end for Shane. P6 at best. Freaky Fast improves and goes to P9. We've got a Mercedes, probably Simon. And he spins at the last corner. I said it was almost impossible to spin there, but someone's done it apparently. DV. 1 corner to go. What will he be able to do? P5 currently. Is he gonna improve? And oh yes, he goes pole. 16.263. There's still a couple more cars yet to cross the line. Martin goes in P10. We've got Ron stays in P13. Ires goes to P7. We've got Red Bull. Trinity stays in P3, goes P3, I'm not sure. Jax P14. And where's Rudy? Rudy is unvalidated, so that's not gonna change. Jabraka, he is not on the lap, he's 18 seconds down. Knoof doesn't look to be on the lap, he's got his light flashing, which means he's not pushing, and that seems to be it. Yeah, there's no one. Yeah, no one's on the lap, so they're all gonna enter the pits, and that is quali done. I wanted to check something, but I've actually forgotten what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I wanted to put the track map in front of me, so I don't say anything stupid about corner numbers and all that stuff. I don't think that any corner actually has a name here. I mean, it's quite a recent track. I think it was built in like 2008 or something, so it's not really an historical track like Spa-Francorchamps, but it's definitely a nice track to drive around and to race probably as well. So there we go then. The quali results. P1 pole position goes to DV19, followed by Rudy, Trinity, Jabraka and Knoof, all within 700th of each other, which is great. We should have a great race. Then in P6, Shane, Ares, or Ares, I really don't know. In P7, Simon P8, P9 for Friggy first, Martin P10, and then Slimbo, Noah, Ronem, Jax, Toxi Tomato, and Chazoo Jax. That's the grid for the race. That's gonna start in around 5 to 10 minutes if we don't have a restart of some sort. Hopefully not. But yeah, it should remain dry. I don't think it tends to rain a lot in Portugal. But yeah, we will see. We will see. It is dry as expected. Oh yeah, I'm reading the chat only now, and no, it's not pre-recorded. I'm doing this now live. I wonder if Jeddah will be cool for season 30. I mean, it's gonna be hard to know if we don't have the track. But yeah, we would see. It's definitely gonna be in season 30, and if it's not, it's gonna be season 31. If we do season 31, because it's not confirmed, we'll see. We will see what we'll do. It's actually a good thing I'm able to commentate, so I can give you guys some not really tips, but you know, some spoilers. Obviously, because of the position I'm in. Cheers. Yes, Ben B. Alright. Here we go then. Formation lap starting. I'm not gonna enable telemetry for the race because I just think it kind of like blocks the vision a little bit. The track map's probably gonna disappear as well. I don't know, but we're gonna have a look at the tires everybody's starting on. And yeah, as expected, the top 10, they've done the quali laps on soft, so they're gonna start on those tires. P11 and 12 starting on softs as well, which is pretty interesting. And then the rest, so from P13 to P16 on mediums. Quick word about strategy. Alstra is not that great. It can work if you've got the pace, but if you don't, then don't count on the strategy to put you on top of the like towards the top. So yeah, I'm gonna put that for now. It don't really need it. But yeah, hopefully we'll have a good race. 33 laps. I need a quick drink though. I'm not used to speaking that much. On my own at least. So pretty pit stop strategies. No, it's not a 2-stop. It's definitely a 1-stop. And it's gonna be soft to mediums, or if you're starting on the mediums, it's a medium soft easy. Right then. Cars lining up on the grid. And we should get underway soon. Hopefully the stream is not too laggy. I'm on land cable, so it should be fine, but same for the audio. I don't really know what I'm doing, but hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, I've got the stream on my PC, but it looks to be fine. So the lights are on. And we are racing in Portugal. Looks like a good start from DV. He's going to keep the lead into turn 1, but it's a great start from Trinity as well. Looks clean so far. Maybe not towards the back. No, it looks all fine. Everything looks fine. A couple of cars going wide here and there, but no spinner for the time being. Slimbo and Noah having a little fight, and oh my god, Slimbo, that was deep on the brakes, but he makes it work. But actually no, he completely loses out on traction. Jax has lost a place too to Jax. Wait, no, Jax has gained a place on Tiamiso, but they keep switching up at the back. But good start from DV, keeps the lead. Rudy stays in P2 and Trinity in P3. I don't think there's any close fight going on right now. We'll see if anyone decides to to drain the battery onto the start-finish straight. I don't think it's gonna happen. Trinity getting quite close to Rudy. He might go for it into turn 1. We'll see if he decides to go for it. I'm not sure. He's not using his battery for the time being. And no, he's gonna stay where he is for the time being. No moves being done towards the back. Either Jax getting quite close to run, but no move right now. It's all fair and square. No move being done. No crash. No spinner. Nothing. I'm not gonna complain. And yeah, Trinity definitely getting closer and closer to Rudy, but I'd say I think he needs to get the move done before DRS is there, because otherwise he's just not going to be able to overtake Rudy unless Rudy makes a mistake or drops out of DRS. But for the time being, they are everybody's within a second of the driver ahead. So they've all got DRS. Toxic Tomatoes already got a penalty, interestingly. But I mean, it's quite easy to get warnings around that track, and the game tends to give you multiple warnings for leaving the track once. So he might have gotten like 3 warnings on the same lap in one go. So I might have to remove that later on. We'll see as Jax gets ahead of Ron in the Aston, and he stays ahead. They're both on mediums. Oh, and there's a move for P5 as well, or at least a fight. And Jabraka go ahead Jabraka go ahead of Shane. So it's looking good for Haas right now, P1 and P5. And there's been a break in the DRS train towards the back. Toxic Tomato losing that one, dropping out of the 1 second window of Freaky Fast ahead of him. Yeah, Jax looks quick right now. He's already 2/10 behind Toxic Tomato. Will probably overtake him on the start-finish straight. He's got loads of battery as well. Yeah, he looks very quick. Toxic Tomato goes quite deep, but he doesn't get that good of an exit. And Jax is gonna use his overtake button now. I'd say he doesn't even use it. You know, he's got DRS, and he's just gonna DRS past him. There you go. But he's got a 2 seconds gap to the car ahead. He looks quick, so he might be able to close that gap down. The only issue is that Freaky Fast is on soft tires, so that's gonna be a bit of a harder task. Meanwhile, they're fighting for P14 here, last place. But no contact for the time being. They shouldn't fight too much because they're gonna lose the DRS to Jax, who's been able to find half a second to Freaky Fast in front of him. And Jax is already within the DRS range of Freaky Fast, as we've got. Oh, and Toxic Tomato. He didn't spin, but he definitely went wide and made a mistake. He's dropped 2 positions and 7 tenths. First lap for Shane as Rudy goes for a move on DV for the lead of the race. But I mean, it's not that important to lead now. But we'll see what happens. And Trinity's having a look now. They both got DRS. Trinity's on the overtake button. Oh, that was very close to the back of DV. And we've got yellow flags in sector 1. That is probably for Toxic Tomato. Yeah, that is for him. He's probably had a little spin, and he's 10 seconds back now. Gneuve now looking confident behind DV. DV's pace doesn't look as good as in quali, or maybe he's playing it a bit more. He doesn't want to use his tires now, but we'll see. P1 is definitely not the place you want to be now, because you're just gonna use your tires, use your battery, and that's not something you want to do at this part of the race. Toxic Tomato, another pen, so that's 6 seconds in 6 laps. Not that great. Gonna stick with those guys. And yeah, from P1 to P14, 13, it's 1 DRS strain. Almost looks like esports, where everybody's within DRS range of each other, and DV went a bit deep again. I'm not sure if he's a quali merchant or if he's just got a quali setup, but it doesn't look as comfortable as in quali. DRS. Is he gonna go for a move? He was 3 tenths behind Shane, but they will both have DRS. He might. Yeah, he's closing in, and I think he's gonna go for it. Yeah, he's on the overtake button, and he's gonna pull out of the slipstream. Will he go for it though? As Trinity takes the lead, I think. For if he didn't have it, oh, they both go deep. And Shane goes for the inside line, and ooh. That was almost a spin, and that might be the end of the DRS train. And now Simon is gonna overtake him as well, so that's 2 places lost in a matter of seconds from Shane, but he's gonna fight back. They're gonna lose DRS. I mean, they've already lost DRS. 2 wides through that corner is a very hard task. And over the hill they go, and Shane is gonna stay ahead of Simon for the time being, but they've lost the DRS, and that's probably I wouldn't say race over for them, but that's gonna be very difficult for them to win the race. And if you guys want, I can put telemetry on. And yes, I do read the comments. It's yeah, I just spend more time looking at the stream, you know, or the race. And Simon now is going to have a go, and he gets ahead of the Alpine driver. And he goes into P7, but there's a 1.7 seconds gap to close. That's not going to be an easy task. And now I might have a look on Martin down the inside. He brakes later, and that should be the move done. Yep. Oh, bit of contact on exit, but no harm done. And yeah, moved on for now. He's going to stay ahead of the Williams driver as Slimbo gets a penalty in P11. That's not going to help him to get points. Oh god, that's one launch, and that's a spin as well. And I've got to say that wasn't the smartest move. I can see why he went for that, but that just wasn't a very good idea, was it? And he's going to lose 2. He's probably got a lot of heat into his tires now, so it's going to be a bit more difficult to drive the car on the limit now. As Knuf pits lap 9, that's quite early. Does he need a new wing, or is he just pitting? No, he's not getting a new wing, so just goes on to mediums. It seems very early to me, but it might not be. As we've got probably a spinner in sector 3, sector 1, sector 2 now it says. I'm not sure what happened, but no safety car. No safety car. We've probably lost someone. Not sure what happened. But the top three at the moment are clearly quicker, as Martin gets ahead of Jax. But yeah, Jax looks to be on it. I think he's gonna go for a move now, and yeah, the fighting. Jax has got the inside, but Martin might go for a cheeky switchback, but no, can't do it now. And Jax is looking very quick at the moment. Oh, slight contact, not gonna result in a spin for either drivers, so it's fine. And Jax still has the RS on the car head. But more importantly, the top 3 pits. I'm not sure the top 3, but 4 people are into the pits. Trinity, DV, RS, and Shane. They all started on mediums. I'm gonna put the tires now, so we can see was pitted and what tires are people on. And Shane is on hard, so that's interesting. I don't think he needed to go on hards to go to the end without stopping again. But yeah, oh, and really goes a bit deep. That's surely a warning. And yeah, Noah, can he get ahead of Simon? Simon's got no one ahead of him directly, at least. He's got a 4 seconds gap to Jabraka in the Haas. So we'll see. And Jabraka, I think he's been closing the gap slightly throughout this lap to Rudy. Do those guys pit? I'm not sure. We'll see. Rudy pits, and Jabraka does not pit. He stays out. He's gonna lead the race for at least 1 lap. Rudy's probably gonna go on to mediums. And Martin pits as well in the Williams. And yeah, Rudy goes on to mediums. Martin's probably gonna pit on to mediums as well. And here we go. On to mediums. He's probably going to be behind Shane, or no, yeah, he's going to be behind Shane. And ooh, DV, what's happened? What's happened to DV? He's got 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. He's probably had a little spin and cut the corner as a result of that. That can be removed by the stewards, or by me at least. But yeah, not sure what happened there, but he's lost a couple of places. So now Trinity is in the net lead then, ahead of Rudy, and then Knuf is in P3, net P3, and then Ares, and then DV. But Ares doesn't have DRS to the cars ahead. Meanwhile, Trinity, Rudy, and Knuf are together. And we'll have DRS. I mean, Trinity won't have because he's the leading car, of course. But yeah, Noah is in the AlphaTauri. We'll see where he comes out. Surely out of the points. Rudy's having a little look. Might go for a move somewhat soon. And yeah, Ares doesn't have DRS, and it's quite unlikely. I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get back. I don't think he's gonna get back within that second range, that DRS range. So those three guys will probably escape, and Ares will never see them again. But I could be wrong. We could get a safety car as Ares gets a 3-second time penalty. So now, even if he catches those guys up, it's gonna be a tough task to win this race. He's not losing that much time, but I mean, those guys will have DRS onto the start-finish straight, so he's gonna lose a good 2-3 tenths there. As a Simon and Freaky Fast pit, and Jabraka is still out. I wonder when Jabraka is gonna pit. First lap for Ares. He's actually closing down the gap, 1.4 seconds. He might be, but he's not gonna do it in one lap. Surely not. So he's gonna have to push for a couple laps and drain his battery. That's what he's doing now. 1.1 second. I'm not sure if Knuf is pushing now. He's got 70% TRS, as you can see on the UHD. And RS 1.1 down to 1.0. If he keeps pushing, he's gonna get it, I think. He's gonna get it, actually. Toxic Tomato, yeah, another pen. He's 40 seconds down. But we will see. Where is Jax? He's in P4 right now. Jabraka pits now. He should be around P11. That would be my guess. P10, P11. I think that's where he's gonna come out. Could be wrong again. But we'll see. Jax could line up a move on to Ron, but I think Ron has used a bit of ERS to keep an LFE gap between himself and Jax. And oh, Jabraka is actually ahead of his teammate in P8. So I was actually wrong. And I guess he's put a serious couple of laps in to be that close, as RS is back within the RS range. His battery isn't looking good, 20%, but I mean, we've seen worse, as Jax and Ron are fighting, and that's, I think, the move done for Jax. Ooh, a big moment there. But that's the move done. He moves into P2, but it's not a net position. He will probably get Jax Tiramisu now, as we've got under the spinner in sector 2, and that is gone. And he's gonna use the ERS button, DRS open, and will he be able to go for it? Put out of the slipstream, inside line. That's gonna be an easy move. He gets ahead before braking, and you're just more committed. Oh, and Noah's been disqualified for going the wrong way. What's happened? What's happened here? And that's why we've got yellow flags. Shouldn't be a safety car or anything like this, but yeah, he's out. I have no clue what happened, but He probably spun, and then by trying to get back onto the track, he probably went the wrong way, and the game didn't like it, I guess, and disqualified. But yeah. So Jax now, he's probably gonna pit around lap 20 or 21. That's what I would say. Is he gonna be able to break the DRS to Jax Tiramisu? And I think he's just done that. 1.01. Does it Jax? Oh no, he doesn't. He does have the DRS, Jax. I need to stop calling him Jax. It's Tiramisu. Right. He's got the DRS. That's gonna allow him to defend the position from run. Now, I'm not gonna put the track map. Don't think we really need it. We've got the gaps. And it's less on the screen, which I prefer. So those three guys, then still yet to pit, and then 5 seconds behind them another group of three. Well, actually four, and we've got a move between the two house boys, and I think that was DV trying to overtake his teammate, but didn't manage to do so. They don't have DRS on the leading train, if I can call him like this. So the more they fight, the less they're likely to catch up to the net top four. So yeah, they should either like DRS one another and switch position every lap, or yeah, one of the two guys should just push and hope for. And try to get within the DRS range of the cars ahead. But Jabraka has closed the gap down by about 4/10, but he's obviously going to lose a bit of time now, given he doesn't have DRS. And I think Jax in the lead has closed the gap. I mean, has broken DRS, and we've got someone spun. I swear. I don't know who did. Who spun? But oh, was that Toxic Tomato? Yeah, that was Toxic Tomato. I don't know if he spun or just simply slowed down to allow the cars through. I'm not sure. Rudy, within 3 cents of Trinity, he's got roughly 70% battery. Bit more now as he regains buffer energy from the braking. 80% now, and now he's lost a lot of time through that final section of the lap. He's going to use a bit of overtake to get closer, but nothing's going to happen. Knuf isn't close enough to go for a move, and Jabraka has closed the gap down. He's got the DRS now. He's used it, and he's back within that 1 second window. And so is his teammate. So we've got a group of 5 chasing victory, and then behind Shane on hards, obviously he wasn't gonna, stay with those guys. And then Martin, a bit off in terms of pace. You should be able to catch up Shane, but we'll see. Simon as well. I expected him to be a little bit quicker. Freaky fast. As Shane gets a penalty, and we've got a spinner that... No, that's probably Toxic Tomato again, letting all the cars through. And slowing down in the process. And Jax has... Look at the gap he's got. 2.6 seconds. He's really been pushing. And Rom might go for a move on to Tiramisu now. He's on the overtake button, and there's going to be an easy move. Look at that. Easy move. Done well before turn 1. I mean, the braking zone for turn 1 isn't that long, but it's quite a difficult corner when you've got lots of fuel on board and yeah, just a heavier car in general. As Shane loses a place, I think he spun, and I think he spun at turn 3, and he's lost 2 places, I think. But yeah, you can clearly see the difference in pace as Shane goes for a move that was a little bit aggressive on Simon. They're fighting again side by side, and that's good racing for the time being. Shane gets a penalty, and he's been overtaken by his teammate now, and he's lost even more time. I don't know what happened, but he's made a couple of mistakes, and he's lost around 3 positions in 1 lap. So yeah, not great for the Alpine driver. And Tiramisu is barely able to hold on with Ron. He was 9/10 back at the start of the straight, and Ron is 3.3 seconds behind Jax. And Shane speeding the pits will probably retire, and there we go. The first retirement of the day. I mean, I could count Noah as a retirement, but it's not really the case, and he probably got disqualified because of a game glitch. So and Ron has spun and he's lost his wing, so that wasn't Toxic Tomato letting someone through, that was actually Ron spinning, and he's gonna have to do an entire lap pretty much without a front wing, so he's gonna lose I can't say that. He's gonna lose a lot of time trying to get back to the pits, and you can see he's going extremely slowly, but he's got no choice. He's got no choice. He needs to do that. He just needs to opt for a safety car now. Jax into the pits. He's gonna have to do 13 laps on softs, but we'll see. So now Trinity gets into P2, which is still a net P1, as Jax Tiramisu still needs to pit. The debris must be off the circuit, otherwise that would have been a safety car. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He probably hit the wall quite far off the track, and that's why there's no safety car or virtual safety cars, because the debris are too far off. But yeah, roughly 13 laps to go, and we've got big train here, and we've got yellow flags as someone spun, and they're gone. Yellow flags again, and the two houses are fighting again. They're getting very close to one another, and side by side, and Jabraka is gonna stay ahead unless DV dives down the inside, which he does. This slight contact, but no one spins, so that's good. Rule number 1 of motorsports: don't hit your teammate. But DV is draining all he's got in his battery, and he's clearly not happy, as you can see, weaving as Jax pits, Tiramisu pits. So we've got the top 6 now fighting for the actual leads and race win, of course. But 2 of those guys have penalties. Ares has got 1, 3 seconds, and DV has got 3 seconds as well. So those guys, it's gonna be tough for them to win. They need to get ahead of everyone and then pull a 3 seconds gap. It's probably done for them, but I mean, there's a 10 seconds gap behind those 6 guys, so it's probably gonna be P5 and P6 for them unless we get a late safety car. You would spice up things, but those 6 guys at the front are quite clearly the quickest drivers in this race, as DV spins. And that is his hopes of a race win definitely gone for today. He's got a 3 seconds gap to Martin in P7, so he seems to have better pace, so he might, you know, keep that P6. He was already in P6 and on net P6, so he doesn't really lose out that much, but I mean, now he's not gonna fight for the win, that's for sure. So the group of 6 at the front is reduced to 5 now. 1 Red Bull, 1 AlphaTauri, 1 McLaren, 1 Alfa Romeo, and 1 Haas. And Trinity's pushing it. He might break the DRS. 1 second. Will he be able to keep that gap up? As Toxic Tomato gets yet another penalty. As Shazoo Jax overtake his teammate Shazoo Simon. I mean, they're not really in the same car, so I'm not sure if I can call them teammates, but you know. And yeah, Rudy doesn't have DRS, and actually Nuve is gonna take that opportunity to get ahead of him, and the chase is on. The chase is definitely on. Knoof 1.2 seconds gap to close if he wants that win. We've got 9 laps to go when we cross the line again. But Trinity looking like he might very well win that race if they're not able to catch him back up. DV gets another penalty, so now he might not keep that P6 unless he can increase that gap by about 1.5 seconds. But Jax currently in P8 on the softs. He's got the fastest lap, and he will surely overtake. He will surely overtake Martin as Rudy loses a place, and he pits and he speeds into the pit lane. What's happened? Has he got wing damage? He might very well have. He might very well have. And why does he? I know he just goes for 2-stop. Oh God, why? that blows my mind. Why would you go for 2-stop? It's clearly a 1-stop race, but because of that, Ares has lost DRS to the two TTG drivers in front of him, and now Jabraka might overtake him down the pit straight because he won't have DRS to defend himself, and those two guys will probably be P1 and P2. In what order, I have absolutely no clue, but that is probably what's going to happen as Tiramisu has spun in Sector 2. Not sure what happened. But yeah, Ares, oh, you almost lost it, and that's gonna enable Jabraka to move into P3 with a handful of laps left. First lap for Jax once again, but I think he's lost too much time in the first stint. He is not gonna be able to catch those guys up at the front. He's got more than 10 seconds to find. If we put the gap to leader, yeah, as you can see, he's got 13 seconds to close down in less than 10 laps. That is gonna be... that is a lot. That is a lot. There's no way he gets that gap closed down before the end of the race. So... a podium is probably gonna be too much, but he might get maybe P6. Yeah, P6, P5 he's gonna get because DV's got penalties. P4 might be on the cards. Maybe, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So, yeah, I'd say P5 for Jax maximum, but I could be wrong again. Knuf looks like he's a bit struggling to stay within the other range of Trinity. He's gonna gain around 3/10 with the use of DRS. Yellow flags in sector 2 on the Woospan. That's I have no clue Woospan, but not a big deal anyway. So the two TTG drivers then, it's looking like they're getting caught up slowly, but Jabraka. Need to see if that is indeed happening. 1.3 seconds, 1.2, could be 1.1 soon. But I don't think he's gonna get the DRS onto that front straight. Yeah, that is gonna be difficult. He looks quicker than Knuf. Maybe not quicker than Trinity, or around the same pace. But yeah, Ares, he's been using loads of battery, as you can see, only a bit more than 10% as Toxic Tomato exits the pits, probably going for fast lap and just spins in front of the leaders. Interesting. And yeah, Jabraka could actually get within the race range of Knuf. He did so for a minute, for a moment, but he's lost a bit of time, lost down exit. And oh, he keeps gaining, and he's back. He's back within that DRS range, as we've got another spinner that is probably Toxic Tomato. As Freaky Fast no spins, he's lost 2 places in one go, and he has indeed spun. He's gonna get overtaken by Rudy shortly. Rudy inside line and moved on fairly easily. I mean, he's on fresh soft, so that is gonna be one quick AlphaTauri. And Knuf, he's gonna get heated. He's gonna get heated. That fight for lead. Jabraka was in DRS range, I believe, but he's lost a couple tenth again. Did he make a mistake? Did he make a mistake? If Jax can get ahead of DV, he would win this race, email. Oh, could he win this race though? He is around 10 seconds behind the leaders, and I think it's too late for safety car to come in now, so there's no way he wins that race. Yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way, Matthew. He is almost there. Jabraka, 1 second. He needs to use this overtake button now, and he will get DRS normally. And yeah, he's got it. He's got DRS, and Ares doesn't have it. So it's going to be a 3-horse fight for the lead now. 4 laps to go as we cross the line. And Knuf is looking on it. 2/10 behind, and Jax gets ahead of DV. Didn't catch that, but that was very likely to happen regardless. Or that was going to happen on penalties anyway. But yeah, the guy that wins, the winner of this race is there. It's either Trinity, Knuf or Jabraka. I'm quickly gonna check the standings to see. So Trinity is leading the championship by 4 points, and then DV in P2 4 points behind, and then Rudy 7 points behind, and then Ron and Knuf. But Knuf is 29 points behind, so that is gonna be a little bit harder as we get another spinner in sector 2. That is probably Rudy. He's lost a position, 2 positions now. Yeah, that was Rudy, so not gonna help his title charge. Ron M, a title contender that's had a hard time as Knuf goes for the lead. Knuf in the lead of this race with 3 laps to go. He overtakes his TTG teammate, but he gets a penalty. He gets a penalty with 2 laps to go. And he might get that removed. So if I was Trinity or Jabraka, I would completely ignore the fact that he's got a pen. I would fight for the win as if he had no penalties at all. But we'll see if those guys stay behind or if they really want to go for it, as Rudy is had enough. Has he crashed? Or gonna put track map? No, he's retired in the pits. So no safety car, but it's too late. It's only 3 laps to go. 2 when we cross the line. And we are probably gonna see a Red Bull go back into the lead of this race. But it must be remembered that Jabraka has got fresher tyres, 4 laps fresher tyres, but he's losing a bit of time. Ronem getting a penalty, and Trinity not going for the move just yet. No, he's not. He's probably gonna wait for the next lap. Is any move going on? No. Oh, Jabraka had the little look, but no. I don't think it was a good idea to go for it now. It's only lap 32. I mean, only, not really, but if you want to go for a move at that corner, it's either at the start or at the end of the race, not on the very last lap. You should go for that kind of move, but I don't think it's needed now. They will have one more opportunity on that pit straight, but Knuf has got 7/10 gap. 7/10 gap. That might be enough to stay ahead of those 2 drivers behind him. That might be just enough. Jabraka 3/10 behind Trinity. Can he go for it? He's on the take button. Oh, he's used a bit too much. He's using, but no, that's not gonna be enough. He's used too much. He's used too much, and he decided to derate before crossing the line, and that's kind of stalled his momentum. And Trinity, he's quite low on battery. You can see the tyres are not in good shape, especially Trinity's. But Knuf, it's probably even worse because he's been a lap earlier than Trinity. But right now, it looks like Knuf is going to win this race, even though he might lose on penalties. He's going to win on track. We'll see if he can get a warning or 2 removed, but he is very likely to cross the line in P1. 6/10, and he will normally stay ahead. If he doesn't spin, he doesn't spin. And he's going to win on track at Portimao in Portugal, but Trinity is going to win on penalties. Jabraka will take P2 and Knuf will take P3. P4 for Jax, not too bad. 5 seconds off roughly of the podium. Ares in P5, 2 seconds behind Jack, so he lost it on penalties. Martin P6, great drive, even though he's 10 seconds behind RS, quite a big gap. Simon P7, freaky fast. P8 despite a spin. P9 for DV despite a couple spins again, and Jack Ciaramiso will cross the line, and he's crossed the line now. P10, and then out of the points the two Aston Martins, and then Toxic Tomato a lap down. 2 laps down actually on the leader, but yeah, waiting for Ron to cross the line, and that's gonna be the end of this race. Does he crash across the line? And he does, of course. And Shazoo Jack's driver of the day, and I've got to agree, starting from P14 I think it was, because you had 16 drivers. But the provisional win goes to Trinity in front of Jabraka and Knuth. But I'm reading the Discord chat, and it's quite likely that Knuth gets his warning removed. Probably a double warning. Yeah, double warning at turn 3, he said in the chat. So yeah, you might get that removed, but for the time being it's Trinity taking the win from P3 on the grid in front of Jabraka and Knuth. That's the podium. So Jaxie actually started in P16 and finishes in P4. That's a great result for him. Could have probably won the race if he had started from a decent positions, but he had a qualiband. Then Ares, Martin, Simon, Freaky Fast, DV, and Tiramisu. So that's the top 10. And then out of the points, Slimbo, Ron, Toxic Tomato, and Rudy. Rudy has DNF'd, but did 90% of the race distance, so classified. And the 2 DNFs, Shane and Noah, was being disqualified for some reason. But yeah, that is it really. I'm not gonna interview people because I just can't. But yeah, it wasn't too bad of a race. It was decent. It was fine. I've seen clearly worse. I've commentated on worse races. But yeah, I had fun today. So glad I was able to have this opportunity. I don't have anyone to thank because I decided to come myself. But yeah, congrats again to the podium finishers. And yeah, the next race, which will be round 12 and not round 10, will be at Mexico next Monday, 7 PM GMT. So make sure to tune in. We've got a great title fight going on, even though Trinity has clearly gained a few points on his rival today. But yeah, make sure to tune in next Monday, and yeah, thanks for coming out on the stream, on the stream, and yeah, I'll see you guys. I don't know if I'll see you again, to be honest. I don't know if I'll commentate again, but yeah. Anyway, see you next time. Bye bye.